Friday and we're starting outside today. I wanted to show you our new sign. If you've been here in the last 5 months or so, you saw the sign was down. We had a horrible windstorm in December. The roofs fell on and shattered on the sidewalk, and it's unfortunately taken us 5 months to get it fixed. But it is now fixed. I think it looks fantastic. And during that time, I had so many people ask, are we changing the name? And that's why the sign was down. And my answer was always the same, and it will remain the same. No, we will never change the name. This is Ruth's legacy, and we're just blessed to be part of her legacy and to continue it on. So no, the name will never change. We're just excited that we finally have our sign back. So I wanted to start out here so you guys could see it. And then today we're going to show lots of changes that we've made in the store. So we're excited to show you everything that's been happening in the store. So we're going to take a tour through the store today, which is something I love. Starting right here in the front of the store, I also want to premise and say, you know, the staff will come to me and they will say, I have this idea, or can I do this? Can I move this? And I think they've all figured out that I will rarely say no. I'm willing to try whatever. You know, ultimately, I know everybody's goal is to make our store more beautiful, make it more functional, make it easier to see things. So I know that that is always ultimately the goal. And so I am always willing to try anything that they want to, and usually they're always right. And my other thought is, you know what, we can try it. If it doesn't work, we can always make another change. So one of the things that we had been talking about was we really wanted to, how can we open up this store so that as soon as you walk in the door, you can really see everything in the store, or a lot of the store. And so part of what was hindering us was we had the thread right down the middle, and it was sort of a barrier to see the store. And so it was a whole collaboration of minds coming together on how we could accomplish that. And so we decided, let's put all of our thread, machine thread, together. And we decided to try it up front. I do know that at one point there was thread in the front of our store, but I think it was back in the corner, and so we are trying this again. So we have shifted our Viking supplies down, and we have shifted all of our thread over to the front of the store. And we try to be kind of organized about this, in that we tried to put it in an order that's understandable. So we did put it in weight order, except for what I'll call our bookends, which are, we started with our long arm thread down at the very end with our Ultima thread. And then we started with the weights, starting with the 12 weight sulky, into the 30 weight, into the 50 and 60 weight of Mettler, 40 and 50 weight of Aurifil, to the 80 weight, to the 100 weight Invisifil, and then our other little bookend here is our embroidery thread, our Floriani thread from R&K. So all of our thread is up front. It's bright, it's fun. Thread is like candy to me, so I could just walk up here and look at this entire section and just stand here looking at it all day, because it just makes me happy, all the colors. And then our King Tut here, it did not fit in the line, but it is close by. So this is our 40 weight King Tut. So that is one huge change that has happened in the store, is now the thread is up. Oh, and I wanted to mention too, I had several customers ask if we'd ever consider carrying bottom line thread from Superior. And, you know, again, why not? I'll try it. And so I did go ahead and I got in some neutral colors of Bottom Line, which is a 60 weight polyester thread that a lot of people like to use in their bobbin. And so that is up here on another display, still with all of the thread, but we've got, I want to say like 10 or 12 neutral colors of Bottom Line thread. And you know, if it's popular, if it goes pretty well, then you know that might be a thread line we consider getting in. So we've got that up here as well. I also wanted to point out that back in November when I was at Market, I did a little video on the new sit-down machine from Handy Quilter, which is the Amara ST. It's the 20-inch throat in this fantastic table that has an automatic lift. You just push the button to lower the table if you want to sit, raise the table if you want to stand at it. It's got the stitch regulator built into the table, and the tabletop is kind of this slick material that makes it really easy to move your quilt around. So we got our floor model in, and Margaret and Jackie got it set up recently, so we'd love to have you come and maybe test it out. It's fantastic. Oh, and Kimberbell. You know, we moved all of our Kimberbell to one area. Peggy and others have been really working hard to keep the Kimberbell organized, and just wanted to mention that we have now moved our Kimberbell fabric to be, we had some Kimberbell fabric over here at one time, and then we kind of moved it, and now we have moved the Kimberbell fabric back with all of the Kimberbell supplies. So it just kind of made sense to keep all of that together, because a lot of times when you're working on a Kimberbell project, you really want the Kimberbell fabric to go with it that they used. So we've got the fabric for Kimberbell along with all of the accessories back here. Okay, so I wanted to point out this, so cute, this little bench. So as most of you, if not all of you, know by now, Mary Beth and Nikki at Nana's Quilt Cottage had made the really hard decision to close their store. You know, my heart just goes out to them and anyone that is in a position where they have to decide something like that. I do know that, you know, owning a quilt store, if you own a quilt store, it's because it's a dream that you've had for a long time. And so it just breaks my heart when I hear that a store has to close. And they made that decision to close, so I do believe they are completely closed now. But Nikki had sent a message out to the local quilt stores letting us know that they had shelving and fixtures and that kind of stuff. And so, you know, I reached out to her, and you know, we're busting at the seams, so we can always use more shelving. And so, you know, I started a conversation with her, told her I wanted to help them in any way that I could always use more fixtures. And so that is part of our big change, is that one U-Haul and 2 pickup trucks later, we came back to Ruth's with a lot of shelving. We are so thankful to them for just, you know, giving us that opportunity to have those. We really wish them well, and we're just excited that we get to show off some of the things that they had in their really cute store. So this bench is one of them. And so we've got this bench. We've gone ahead and put some fabric display here. And I just, again, I feel like everything is just so open, and I'm loving it. And we're going to continue to make some more changes. The needlework area is still a work in progress, but I wanted to point out that we are starting to get more, well, I should say new cross-stitch patterns. And cross-stitch is hard to buy because you never know what everybody wants, but Michelle and Denise have sort of taken over that area. They are getting new things in all the time. And they're putting little tags up, that little green tags that say new. So the next time you're in the store, I'd encourage you to go through the needlework section and kind of check out all of the new patterns and new things that we're getting in that area. Okay, as we walk back this way, another really big change after moving all that thread was opening up this area, and I'm just thrilled with how this has turned out. And like I said, it's a collaboration of lots of minds. Someone will throw out an idea, someone else will say, well, what if we did this? And then it all just sort of comes together. And I'm just thrilled with how this section is coming together. We've got Tilda here in this section that I'll talk a little bit about more in just a second. But we've got the Tower of Tilda, and then we've got some more that is coming out this way. We've still got our notions towers here and our rulers in this area, but look what we did with the books. The book section was always felt so closed off in there. Maybe not as easy to find things. So we moved those book cases, and we just sort of opened this whole area up, and I just couldn't be happier with how it is turning out. So we've got all of our rulers in one place: Studio 180, Creative Grids, Quilters Select. We've got some specialty rulers over here as well. We've kind of reorganized our collage patterns, and I just feel like having this so open has been great. So as I said, we've sort of created this little Tilda section where we've put all of their fabric. Their newest line that's called Bloomsville and the blenders that go with it, it's here in the store. The worldwide release is June 1st, so it will be out on the floor in this area next Thursday on June 1st. So that's Bloomsville and the blenders that go with it from Tilda. That will be right here in this area next week. So I'm excited. It's beautiful. So as we make our way back here through the store, I wanted to point out that we had moved our sale fabric to the book area. Wasn't really easy to see. So a couple of other shelving units that we got from Nikki and Mary Beth were these two shelves that we've put all of our sale fabric on. So it's easy to see, easy to find what you're looking for. We've got our sale books and patterns on top. Not ideal. We're going to figure out a better way for you to be able to see those, but we've sort of made just this area our sale section right here, and I think it looks great. I think it looks great. So as we make our way back to the back of the store, which is another place we've made lots of changes, I just wanted to remind you that Row by Row will get started also next Thursday on June 1st. The theme is summertime. We'll have our free pattern. We'll have kits available for our Quilts in the Rockies row that we showed, I think it was last week, a couple weeks ago, that we talked about row by row. So that's happening next Thursday. And then I also wanted to remind you, if you want to be involved in the Show Us Your Passion Quilt Challenge that we're doing, that deadline is coming up. It's June 15th. We've started getting some in, and I can't wait for you to see these quilts that have already come in, and I'm sure the ones that will. It's not too late to get involved. You've still got, 3 weeks? So June 15th is the deadline for that, for you to bring that quilt back, and then they'll hang down the center aisle of the store. So here we go. Here is the other big change that we have made. We have gotten these bookcases. Mary Beth's husband, Don, made these bookcases for her. She told me that way back when she saw them in a magazine, showed them to her husband, and he made these for her. I mean, they're just fantastic. You can put your fat quarters here, and so we knew that some of these shelves would go toward kind of creating our Tula Pink area. So we have sort of revamped our Tula Pink area. We're still working on it, but Tula Pink goes all the way around. Easy to see the fat quarters. We've got lots of space to display some of our kits and patterns and everything that go with it, including this one. This is using the new Everglow Neon True Colors line that came in, and actually this was a Christmas pattern, so I just thought I would show that. This was called Postcards from Quilting Renditions, and instead of using a Christmas panel that was a placemat panel, I went ahead and cut up the animals from her Everglow line. And so what we will continue to do is any of her newest line will go here in the front of the display. And so this is where the Everglow and Neon True Colors, which is her newest line, is right here in the front. So easy to find, and then the rest are around. And then as I make my way back here, you can see that we've got more of the shelving that Dawn made, and we have gone ahead and put our CAFE on it. Some of our other really bright fabrics, the breast cancer awareness fabric is back here. I just can't believe how fantastic it looks. And again, I'm just blessed that we had the opportunity to help them out as they were trying to clear out their store, but also, you know, we have gained so much in terms of display to make our store look great. I kind of teased and told them I was going to put a little plaque on the side of all of them that said, you know, courtesy of Nana's Quilt Cottage. We just feel blessed that we were able to help them, but also that we were able to get this and make our store look really pretty. And we just wish both of them the best. We wish Mary Beth continued joy in her retirement. Oh, hi. Just wish you the best in the rest of your retirement, and we wish Nikki the best in whatever she decides to do going forward. And we just appreciate them both so much. And we thank you guys for watching us. More changes to come, but we've really made some progress in opening up this store. Would love to have you come in and see it in person. It's a happy place to be. See you next time.